Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Gemini Freestyle Center located on Blackcomb Mountain. Today, you are joining us for the Junior Nationals Duel Moguls event, and we are so glad that we could have you all with us here today. Just a quick update with everything that is going on here at the course. We had some interesting weather conditions sweep through last night and into this morning, creating some freeze thaw. So, in the interest of athlete safety, we have delayed the start of the event until 12:55. 12:55 will be when the event starts. For those of you joining us on the live stream right now, what we will be doing is I'll be stepping away from the microphone, as you don't need to listen to me scramble on for an hour. But we will be leaving the transmission live, and we will leave you all with a wonderful view of the training that will be happening right now. As you can see, it is a beautifully sunny bluebird day we have here on Blackcomb Mountain, and that snow is really softening up from the pretty frigid temperatures we had last night, creating a solid block of ice all over the mountain. So yeah, thank you all so much for already tuning in, and apologies with the delay to the event. Like I said, the forerunners will be expected to drop at 12:55. That is 12:55. You'll hear from me before that, but in the meantime, sit back, enjoy the beautiful sunshine if you are joining us here in person at the Gemini Freestyle Center, or if you are watching at home or wherever you are in the world, just take an hour. Go get a coffee, go get some lunch, do whatever you need to do, whatever time zone it is. And then join us back here in an hour. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our awesome event sponsors: Hilton Hotels and Resorts, Southside Lodge, Nestor's Market, Gibbons Whistler, McCoos Whistler, Mountain Kids Outfitters, Air House, 122 West, Dublin Gate Irish Pub, Head Sportswear, Sunbum, Beaver Wax, Thread, Toasty Supply, Forecast Ski Magazine, Toyo Tires, and Freestyle Canada, and Blackfish Clothing. We want to thank you all so much to our sponsors, and thank you to all event organizers, coaches, athletes, volunteers, anyone that has helped build this course and make this event happen. We here at Freestyle Whistler would like to say a big thank you. So again, to recap, the start of the event has been delayed until 12:55, 1 hour's time. We'll see you all back here then. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Gemini Freestyle Center located on Blackcomb Mountain. We are hosting the Canadian Junior National Duel Moguls events today. The start of the event has been delayed until 12:55. I repeat, the start of the event has been delayed until 12:55. Please don't go anywhere, stick around till then, and we will be right back to bring you all of today's coverage live from the Canadian Junior National Duel Moguls events. You'll hear from me more soon. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Gemini Freestyle Center located on Blackcomb Mountain. Today, we are hosting Canadian Junior Nationals Duel Moguls competition. The start of the event has been delayed until 12:55. I repeat, the start of the event has been delayed until 12:55. So we're looking at about 30 minutes until the start of the event from this point on. 30 minutes. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our awesome event sponsors, without which none of this would happen. Hilton Hotels and Resorts, Southside Lodge, Nestor's Market, Gibbons Whistler, McCoos Whistler, Mountain Kids Outfitters, Air House, 122 West, Dublin Gate Irish Pub, Head Sportswear, Sunburn, Beaverwax, Thread, Toasties Supply, Forecast Ski Magazine, Toyo Tires, Freestyle Canada, and Blackfish Clothing. Thank you so much. We would also like to thank all organizers, volunteers, judges, coaches, athletes, parents, anyone involved in making this event happen. From all of us here at Freestyle Whistler, we truly thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So again, just a quick update. The event has been delayed until 12:55, half an hour from now. So please do not go anywhere, and we'll be right back with you. Welcome back to the Gemini Freestyle Center located on Blackcomb. A quick message for all of our in-person audience. If there are any parents or volunteers or anyone that could help go to the top of the course and perform a slip to make sure that this course is nice and safe for all athletes, please make your way to the top of the course. Again, any parents, volunteers, any spectator, if you want to get involved in the course, we will take your help. Please make your way to the top of the course for a slip. We would love to get this event rolling as fast as we can with the safest possible conditions. So again, the event has been delayed until 12:55, and any parents or volunteers or anyone at all with skis on that is in the area, please make your way to the top of the course as we would like to get this going. Again, the event has been delayed until 12:55. You'll hear more from me soon. Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us here at the Gemini Freestyle Center located on Blackcomb Mountain. Today we are hosting Junior Nationals Moguls with the Duel event, everyone's favorite. Some might say it's the showcase, the marquee event. Either way, it is a lot of fun. As you can see from the, if you're here, you can look outside and see it is a beautiful, beautiful bluebird sunny day that we have been granted here at Whistler Blackcomb, and we are very thankful as the flat light from yesterday wasn't that great. So, due to the fact that it is so sunny right now and it was so cold last night, we are just on a bit of an event delay, making sure that the course is as safe as it can be for every single competitor flying through that. So, if you weren't lucky enough to be with us yesterday, well, where were you? And welcome today. But I'm once again joined by the wonderful, the amazing, the well-experienced Jessie Linton, who is also on the Next Gen Canada team and has gone through all of the circuits, the BC Tour, the BC Timber Tour, the regional circuits, the national circuit, and is now on the international circuit. So Jessie, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to watch some great skiing.
Awesome. It's wonderful to have you here as well. So, Jessie, what was it like, starting off from the very early days, Timber Tour style things, your first Mogul event, how was that?
Yeah, when I first started out, Timber Tour was definitely very, exciting. It was kind of the start of competing on a level where I really started to care about it, and it was really fun because you're mainly focused on just having fun and skiing with your friends. And yeah, it was just amazing. The Timber Tour always had great venues. I remember just being just so stoked to be traveling around BC with my friends and skiing and having fun.
So how do the events like Timber Tour and all of these sort of lead you up to preparations for, junior nationals and national style events?
Yeah. I mean, as you go on, the level rises, and Timber Tour is kind of, that stepping stone into really experiencing what competition is like. It's super important to experience those stepping stones to teach you how the big events are going to be, like how things go, how events are, handled, and it's really important to take those stepping stones and learn a lot from them.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about your next gen. So how long have you been on the team for?
Yeah, this was just my second season on Next Gen team. I made it last year. Obviously, super stoked to have made Next Gen team. It was definitely a huge goal of mine. And after my best season yet, when I was on BC team, I was feeling pretty excited and pretty good about making the team. And once I did, I was, full family and everyone was super stoked. And yeah, I was just really excited to go from learning from one of the best, Josh Kober, to having 5 coaches on my side and some of the best coaches in the world. So, yeah, that was a really exciting experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. We're just going to take a quick 2-3 minute break here, Jessie, just so we can, just clear the air a little bit, give people a chance to go and get a tea, a coffee, a beer, how old you are. But yeah, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Sweet.
Okay, then we are back. I'd like to apologize for about that. We might have had some microphone issues with Jessie's microphone there. Let's give that another chest, Jessie.
Hello.
Is that a bit better? Can we hear it? Wonderful. We'll get a bit more volume there for sure. But Jessie, I am so sorry about that.
Oh, good. It's all good.
So just to recap is what we were saying. How long have you been on the Next Gen team for?
2 years now. Yeah, this is my second year, and yeah, it's going pretty good.
Nice. what has been your favorite competition you have traveled to?
Favorite competition this year or like in all of the years?
In all of the years put together.
I think my favorite one would probably be Junior Worlds at Valmalenco, Italy.
And how long ago was that?
That was 2019. So, yeah, it was a really cool event because it was the first time ever traveling like internationally, and just like actually meeting skiers from around the world was really, really cool.
Again, it's Mogul is quite it's a close-knit community. There are a lot of Mogul skiers, but there's also not a lot of Mogul skiers
Exactly.
in the grand scheme of things. So it must be quite nice to travel around the world and meet people that have similar interests to you.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. It's not every day that you just meet a Mogul skier on the street. So it's pretty cool being thrown into an environment where it's just purely you're with a bunch of people that have the same passion as you.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely see that. So have you skied this course yet today?
I have not. Thank God. It looks pretty challenging out there,
So could you give us some insight as to why we've had to sort of do this delay?
Yeah, so yesterday it got pretty warm and pretty slushy.
It was about 12 degrees up here, 11 degrees by the time we finished the event.
It was warm. It was warm. The sun was out. It felt like a great day for some après, but yeah, so because it got so soft and then overnight it was clear and cold, that cold really penetrated deep into the snow, and we're looking at a really firm course now with also quite large bumps. With that slush yesterday, it allowed the bumps to get really built up, and when they all freeze super hard like that, it's really intimidating for the athletes. It's when you go from a soft, fun course to a firm, not so fun course. It's hard.
Yeah, absolutely. The benefit of having a beautiful bluebird day like we're having today is that if you are watching it on the live stream, you can really see the shadows cast in how big these bumps are.
Yeah.
So you could imagine if this whole run was a solid block of ice, that those bumps might not be that fun, right, Jessie?
No, it's hard on the body, it's hard on your feet, it's hard on your back. It just doesn't make you feel super confident. It's fast and big and challenging.
So let's just break down this event today for those that might not know as much as you. So, people like me. What is Duels? What is happening today? What are we going to be seeing go down there today?
Yeah. So Duels is super fun because it's kind of, you got a chance to really push it and like just go fast, but also there's a little bit of tactic in it. If you're depending on who you're dueling against, you're gonna change your tactic on what their skills are. So if like you might be dueling against someone that's really fast, you're definitely going to push speed. But if you're dueling against someone that's really fast but also really messy, you might try to dial back your speed and make your skiing look a little cleaner.
So with the Duels, is it just the first one across the line that wins?
Not always. Okay,
break that down for me.
Yeah, it's definitely, you definitely get speed points, right? If you first cross the line. But if the guy behind you is a lot cleaner and has bigger DD, he can win.
So it's similar to the criteria that they use for singles then, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I think the way they do it now is kind of judge it as two separate runs and then put them beside each other and see where the score lines up.
But what it does make for the spectator is an absolute spectacle as two riders on this course at the same time, both jumping at the same time, racing each other head to head.
Yeah.
Can make for some lovely dramatic scenery.
Totally. And, as the rounds go on, you're going to see better and better matches because, as the people get eliminated, there's closer levels in skiing that are matched head to head and they'll start really pushing each other.
So unlike the singles where each athlete had 2 runs and it was the best run score that counts, this is an elimination knockout round, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Sweet. So we've all filled out our brackets. It's March Madness. Everyone's got their brackets filled out. We're all ready for that. So you can follow along at home. We will keep you updated, of course, as to who is dropping and who is moving on to the next round. So we'll keep you fully updated.
Yeah.
So we've got about roughly 5-ish minutes until the event can start. If you are joining us live at the Gemini or if you're joining us live at the live stream, you can see all of our amazing, amazing volunteers putting in so many back-breaking, hard-working hours to make sure that this course is safe and fun for all that are involved. So we'd just like to say a massive, massive thank you to them. This event wouldn't happen without them. I'm going to say a big thank you to Jesse for joining me once again, giving us some invaluable insights. It's amazing to have someone as talented as her sitting next to me right now. And it also, makes this a bit more legitimate as she knows what she's talking about. So thank you, Jesse, for joining me today.
Yeah.
We are just going to take a quick 2-3 minute break while they finish off the rest of the work needed done to the course, and then we'll be right back to join you. I'll also take this moment to thank our awesome event sponsors. I'll be doing this a lot. Hilton Hotels and Resorts, Southside Lodge, Nestor's Market, Gibbons Whistler, McCoos Whistler, Mountain Kids Outfitters, Air House, 122 West, Dublin Gate Irish Pub, Head Sportswear, Sunbum, Beaver Wax, Thread, Toasty Supply, Forecast Ski Magazine, Toyo Tires, Freestyle Canada, and Blackfish Clothing. Thank you so much for all of this. Jesse, any final words from you?
No, just all you athletes have fun, stay safe, and enjoy the sun.
Thank you so much, Jesse. We really appreciate it. Right, we'll be right back with you in 2 to 3 minutes' time. Do not go anywhere. Leaf, if you just want to lock the camera off on that top jump for me, like there, that looks absolutely wonderful. Yeah, you can just lock that off until we get started. Thanks, bud. Okay, everybody, thank you and welcome back to the Junior Nationals Duel Mogul competition. Joining me in the booth right now has been my co-commentator for the whole week, Mia. How are you today?
Hello, I'm so great. The sun is out. I couldn't be happier about this day. How are you?
Yeah, doing great, thank you. Very excited to see what mayhem goes down on this course today. It's going to be a beautiful event.
Me too. We've had some solid skiers. We had a great show yesterday, so expecting nothing less. Very excited to see what everybody has in store for us for duels.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great event. Apologies for the delay in the show that we have had here today. As I keep mentioning, we have been doing some extra coursework just to make sure that the course is perfect for every single competitor that comes down the slope. So we are waiting on all of the brackets to get in place, and then we're going to start sending some athletes down. So Mia, if you want to just give us a quick rundown of these rules. Jessie has explained it pretty damn well, but
yeah, I was going to say, she did a solid job. I mean, again, the judges are looking at speed, technique, and jumps. And yes, you can get at the line faster and still not win because technique is the most important thing in your score.
Yep, absolutely. So we are moments away here.
Ooh.
So, as we have alluded to, this is an elimination style event. Every rider will go against another competitor, and the winner of that round will advance onwards. Each competitor is broken down to a start gate. So, as you can see on the stream, we have a blue line and a red line. For those of us watching in person live at the Gemini Center, it is either the blue side of the flags or the red side of the flags. So, keep an eye out on that. We are moments away from the first competitors dropping, and we are very excited to get this going. Quickly, just would like to thank all of our awesome event sponsors: Hilton Hotel, Southside Lodge, Nestor's Market, Gibbons Whistler, McCoos Whistler, Mountain Kids Outfitters, Air House, 122 West, Dublin Gate Irish Pub, Head Sportswear, Sunburn, Beaver Wax, Thread, Toasty Supplies, Forecast Ski Magazine, Toyo Ties, Freestyle Canada, and Blackfish Clothing.
Thank you.
Thank you. And as I always will repeat myself on, thank you to every single volunteer, organizer, coach, athlete, judge, anyone that's picked up a shovel, anyone that's carried some fence line, anyone that's stuck in a piece of bamboo anywhere on this course. Thank you so, so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very special guest joining us here before the event starts.
Woohoo! We have
Chris Muir stepping into the booth. Chris, take a seat. Take a seat, Chris. He is refusing to sit down, but we're going to make him. Speak nice and clearly into the microphone for me. Chris, how are you today?
Really good.
Wonderful, Chris. How's this event going for you?
Oh, it's been really great.
For
those cooperating.
For those that don't know, Chris Muir is the executive director here of Freestyle Whistler. He has put so many hours of blood, sweat, and tears, and I know that for a fact, into making sure that this event happens. So it wouldn't happen without Chris's hard work. So we all want to say thank you to Chris. So thank you, Chris.
with Victoria Huot and Isabelle Mattingly.
Riders on course. So as we can see here, they both set off at the same time and both make their way down the course. Oh, unfortunately, the blue line just getting a little stuck on that jump, unfortunately. You can really see with that sunshine the contrast and how big these shadows are.
Yeah, and I think you guys mentioned it with Jesse earlier. This course this morning was ice. As an East Coast person, I'm used to it, but here not so much. And now it's getting softer and softer.
Yep, absolutely. So that looks like the red line crossing the finish line first as we wait for blue to make their way down after a little tumble off the top air. Well done for finishing that run off as we make our way back to the top of the course. Competitors are going to be coming at you thick and fast.
So we have Zoe Anderson and Ava Schwinghammer in the blue.
So there may be a small delay in between competitors as the judges get all their scores ready, the timekeepers get all of their timing reset, all of the organizers and the starters make sure everyone is happy before everything gets going. What you can't quite see from our camera angle here at the bottom is there is actually a gate at the start. So both skiers on both lanes are behind a gate. When that gate drops, they are released and they are good to go. So we are just in a, again, like I mentioned, we're just in a bit of a pattern hold here, waiting to make sure everything is functioning at 100%. It is a beautiful day we have out here in Whistler.
Gorgeous.
Spring is well and truly here. If you are in the Sea to Sky area, why aren't you on Blackcomb Mountain? Why aren't you watching this event?
I don't know. I don't know.
Bring a deck chair, bring some sunscreen, soak up those rays.
We've been missing the sun a lot here.
It is beautiful to finally see it.
And we were talking earlier a little bit, Daniel, about the scoring and how it's different.
Yes, absolutely.
So when it's singles, the judges settle a score, but when it's duels, they go against each other. So if I'm not mistaken, the scores out of a 30. I don't know.
You know more than me.
It depends on the how many judges in the format. I haven't looked at it. But you're going to see a number versus another, and obviously the higher number gets to go on to the next round.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Again, this is one of the most, it's probably the most exciting freestyle ski event to watch, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's so much drama that goes involved. Some of these races, especially as we get to the latter stages of the event, the semi-final, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, they can get quite intense.
Oh, yeah. And, like, the pressure you have when there's somebody next to you and skiing next to you and you have to, like, keep being concentrated on your run and being focused. It's a total, to me, it's another sport.
Yeah, absolutely. So is there a different sort of mindset? Is there a different approach that athletes will take into this?
Oh, yeah. Some will want to play safe. And also, you get, you don't decide your lane, for duels. You get assigned either red or blue. So the skiers that were skiing red yesterday and were assigned a blue run for their first run will probably have a different approach than if they would just kept their first lane initially.
Now, if a skier advances, let's say if they skied on the red run for their
Yeah.
first bracket and they won that bracket, would they then move over to the blue?
That's still something I'm trying to figure out
Well,
sometimes.
we'll figure that out as the
Um,
event goes on.
I know there's a good and valid and logical explanation to it, but sometimes you get to have blue, blue, red, and depends on where you stand. Really,
It's random.
It's not random. There is a logic explanation. I just can't quite explain it.
It's probably too logical for me to understand anyway, so we won't worry about that.
So again, up top we have Zoe Henderson in red, and in blue Ava Stringhammer. I was gonna say Maya. My bad.
I think Maya's a bit too old for these events.
Yeah, she's killing it on the World Cup.
However, Zoe Henderson is home mountain hero skiing in the red lane.
Oh, okay, Zoe.
Freestyle Whistler representing.
Make us proud. And they are on course. Our second duel of the day.
Coming into the top air.
Spread eagle. And we'll have to check. Unfortunately, I don't know if blue Ava crossed that line there. If she did. Oh, Victoria moved on. 25-5.
Nice big twisted spread from Zoe at the end there and flying across the line.
Good job,
Great
Zoe.
work, Zoe. Hometown hero.
But Ava's still going. Yeah, with a Daffy. There is some really icy patches in there.
Yeah, absolutely there are. As you can see,
Good job, Ava.
great job crossing that line, Ava. It's wonderful to see. So as we can see here, just looking back, we can see sort of the mayhem and the carnage that we have going on in the landings here and how difficult these conditions are making this course right now. As the sun hits it, it will soften up a little bit.
And I think we just had the confirmation that Zoe is moving on. Next up, we're moving on to the men. In blue, we have Landon LaBella Johnson, and in red, Mason Solomon. And it is out of 35, so it's 34-1 for Zoe.
Zoe is moving on to the next round. So you might hear a small bit of chatter in the background of our microphones here of the radio conversations going on amongst the whole crew. There is a village right now making this event work. We have multiple starters at the top. We have all the judges, all the organizers, the TD of the event, the judges themselves, us.
And all the other roles that we don't even know because it really takes a village.
There are so many people, and we are really, really appreciative of everyone's efforts. So this is a live bracket environment. There is so much organization involved.
And we are ready up top on course. Nice. And they're doing the same jump too.
Both on the inside line there. Ooh, Red just trying to catch up. Takes his foot off the brake pedal.
But Landon is flying.
Nice backflip cross off the bottom air there. And across the line.
Be careful there, Mason. Yeah. And Daniel, in duels, you never know what's going to happen. So if you fall, you need to get back up quick on your skis because you don't know if that next person's going to fall.
Absolutely. As we just go back up to the top of the course here, we can take a quick look at this slow-mo replay of both athletes.
And I think that Landon, blue course, is advancing by 35-0.
So both athletes there going for the Daffy, landing very similar times, and then straight away getting into those turns. So as Jesse alluded to earlier, there are many tactics and sort of sneaky things that each athlete will do to try and get the best up on their competitor, whether it be trick selection, speed, line choice. Is all that going on up top, Mia?
I don't know. I know that there was this one skier. He would just look at the other person and stare at him until the very end, like the very end. That was.
That wouldn't be our own very Devin Martell, would it? I have heard some stories of Devin Martell in the Stargates of Duels.
I'm sure you did. And we are ready at the top.
Gates of drop riders are on course coming into the top air. Backflip cross on the blue line, Daffy on the red line. And the blue line just not holding it all together there, unfortunately. But the race is still not over. He did not cross those gates, so the event is still going on. Ski till the end.
Oh, he's coming down
And
quickly.
he has stepped on the accelerator pedal and caught up. Huge backflip crosses from both lanes there. And storming across the end. That is a lesson from the blue lane about never giving up.
100%. And that was Corbin Gulovich and Triggs Markle.
As we just quickly go back and look at the top air there, we can see that backflip mute just a slow. No, it landed perfectly, just getting caught up there in that little bit of cabbage in the landing between the landing and the first bump. However, straight back to his feet and manages to cross the line first. So what is that going to reflect in the scoring, Mia?
You get a certain amount of point depending on the difference between each other two. So if there's like a massive difference, then you get all the speed points. If it's closer together, you're gonna have those points. And yeah, the rest is it's just a red or blue at the end of the day compared to points.
Yep, absolutely.
Bib 71 advances 22-13. We have Hayden Matthews up next with Maximus Etherly in the red on course.
Big spread eagles from both competitors there at the top. Blue line looking like he was about to lose it, but reins the control back in. Both competitors absolutely storming into the bottom air here. Backflip cross.
Solid from Maximus.
Wonderful backflip cross and storming across the finish line there. What a run from both competitors, and great to see the camaraderie between the two of them at the end there. We love to see that.
This sport is all about love.
As we take another look at that bottom air there, it is absolutely massive backflip cross that was thrown down in the red lane.
Red course advances 29-6. Maximus Etherly.
As we go back up to the top of the course.
35, blue course, Albert Turcotte against Adam Gokert in the red,
Riders
on
on
course. 360 and a spread. Yeah, get back up there.
Again, the beauty of this event is it's never over until both riders have crossed that line.
Ooh, did you see there? He
Ooh.
didn't cross it.
That was
Didn't go around
very
the
close.
gate.
And now another rider has gone down here, so that opens
And
the
we
door for the blue
see-
line. Both competitors crossing over the jump.
Right
Bringing
now.
it in. It is a neck and neck flying through that bottom section of Moguls. And the blue line just about taking it there. Both riders with a tumble, both getting to their feet and both finishing it off.
I love your enthusiasm.
What are we going to see from the judges with regards to that, Mia? Who knows?
Who knows? And you've seen firsthand what duels are all about. It is never over.
Absolutely. As we take a look at this replay going back to the top of the course here. Twister, twister from the blue lane and a spread from the red.
We have Jonathan Gollum up top with Byron Drinkwater in the red. They're on course.
Backflip truck from blue and a spread on red. Oh, unfortunately, blue just not managing to hold it together there and does dip outside those gates.
But going right back in it.
Exactly, as any good competitor should. Coming up to the bottom air, both competitors are quite close until blue takes another stumble on a bump. Red with a lovely Cossack spread. Great to see. Throwing it back to the old school. Oh, and hitting the gate as we cross over there. Let's take a look at that replay while the timing crew just going to make sure everything is okay with that tumble at the end there. So moving back up to the top of the course.
.42 in the red course advances.
So red moving on there.
Byron Drinkwater.
So as you might have seen from that last competitor there, as he dove across the line to get as much time as he could, he might have made a slight contact with all of our timing equipment. So we will be taking a small course hold here while we just make sure all equipment is functioning as it should be.
We're doing everything manual here, so I'm just trying my best today. I think we are ready. We have next up Mathias Saint-André in the blue, and in the red, Rowan Cunningham. They're on course. Mathias doing a back duck there. He is killing it.
Absolutely flying down on the blue side there.
Rowan keeping up with the pace too.
And the Daffy on the bottom air.
Crosses the line first.
Blue line crossing that line first. With red not too far behind.
Good job, guys.
Here we just have another look at the top of the course. Again, as Jesse and Mia have alluded to, there is the risk of a better trick for a better score, but a harder landing.
28-7 for blue course. Mathias Saint-André, you're moving on to the next round.
We are just waiting for the next competitors to make their way into their gates.
And for those of you who were here yesterday on the stream or in on place, you can see the pace is much faster today. Red course is Oliver Helvoid, and in blue, Jacob Boyeli.
With a nice 360 from the red line there. Both riders absolutely being as aggressive as they can given the conditions through that middle lane there.
Ooh, unfortunately,
the
blue
blue-
course is out. That's a DNF right there.
Again, as we covered yesterday, crossing over the wrong side of those gates will give you a DNS, unfortunately.
DNF, F,
DNF did not
DNS
finish.
is did not start, but DNF is did not finish.
I thought it was did not score.
That's good too.
Yeah.
Next up, we have in the red, Brendan Van Schalm, and in the blue, Camden Kunkel. Never mind, 90 advances, Camden Kunkel.
As we just take another look there at the replay from the last riders, what a lovely 360 from the red lane.
And I think our next pair will be Evan Rudnick in the red and Matthew Solis in the blue. If I'm not mistaken, but I could be.
So we are currently still working our way through our round of 32.
And I am not mistaken. It is Evan and Matthew. And they're on course. Twister spread for both skiers. Trying to get back in it, yeah.
We can see a lot of athletes struggling there to get back into that course. It is very challenging for them right now, but they are making it look very easy.
Ooh.
Both athletes are now neck and neck coming into the final air. Daffy and a spread. And unfortunately, the red cannot stay through the gates on that landing.
But great show.
What an unbelievable run from both competitors that was. Edge of your seat stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you? 35-0. And we are going to move back to the women. We have Emily in the blue and in the red, Victoria.
Riders on course. Nice backflip from blue, but not quite sticking the landing, but is back to her feet. Both riders are neck and neck right now. Both choosing that inside line.
It can be quite scary when we have that person right next to you when you ski down. Victoria holding it together.
Both neck and neck coming into the final air. What have we got?
Twister, and a spread.
For the red and the spread for the blue line. Both are neck and neck coming into the line. Who's going to cross it first? And it's blue line just taking it by a hair. Love to see that camaraderie in the bottom gate there. All these athletes travel around most of the time together, even from different clubs. So it's great to see these guys making all of their friends. As we just go back and take a look at that top air there. Great backflip from the blue. Lovely spread from the red line.
And we are waiting for the scores. Next up, red course advances, Victoria Huot. Next up, we have Harper Clegg in blue and Ellie Haddad in the red. on course.
Ellie representing Freestyle Whistler.
Yeah, Ellie. And to all the athletes here, can you please return your bibs once you are done? Thank you. That will help tremendously.
It's very tight here coming up to the final air. Twist a spread and a spread. Neck and neck coming into the final line. And it's taken over. Blue is taking it over at the end there by a pip. Let's wait and see what the judges score. Both athletes choosing for a spread on the top air there.
Sometimes we want to have a safer jump to do that ski out well because it is... Ellie is moving on.
Good job, Ellie.
We have our next up, Kate and Annabelle on course. Annabelle in the red, Kate in the blue. 360 for the blue
A
line.
great landing on the blue line. Unfortunately, just getting a bit caught up there. However, the race is still not done. Anything can still happen, ladies and gentlemen. It is exciting.
But Annabelle is skiing so well.
So well, coming up to the final air here. Daffy spread.
Oh,
Just holding it together. Lovely back foot from the blue line. It's getting tight. It's getting tight, and the red line crosses first. What excellent camera work as well, may I say, to our wonderful cameraman today.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
While we wait for the scores, our next pair will be Talons Kalmakov in the blue and Tatum Kennedy in the red. Annabelle Levac advances to the next round. And they are on course.
Spread from both competitors there on the top air. Blue line opting for the outside line when red has gone for the inside line. Wonderfully controlled skiing from both competitors there in the middle section. Great twister from the red lane, back foot from the blue lane, and the red line crossing over. What a great run from
Good
both
job.
competitors. What a great run. Great spreads from both competitors there.
Tatum Kennedy advances to the next round. Up next, we have Emilie Dufour in the blue and Maya Smith in the red. And I think we are ready for our next pair. They're on course. Emilie in the blue and Maya in the red.
A spread from the blue and a 360 from the red. A bit of a stumble from the blue, but gets right back to her feet. Doesn't let it affect her at all. Gets straight back into the rhythm here. Red is looking very tidy there. Both choosing the outside line. It is very close here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up to the bottom air. Not much separating these competitors at all.
Daffy's massive spread.
And coming across the line.
And Emilie's coming down first.
As we just go take a look at that top air again.
Bib 38 in the red course. Maya advances next. Duel. We have a Quebec duel. Vicky Roblin in the blue and Juliette Turgeon in the red. And they're on course. Juliette from my hometown.
Both athletes choosing to go for a spread off the top air there.
Seems like a popular jump today.
The red side choosing the outside lane, blue going for the inside lane. Wonderful controlled skiing from both competitors there.
Yeah.
Twist the spread from the red lane.
Hang in there. Oh no, unfortunately,
And a spread
Juliette
from
at
the
the
blue.
last minute.
And fall on the last, and the blue is coming through to take it at the end. You cannot predict what will happen in any of these races, ladies and gentlemen.
Unfortunately not, or fortunately yes for us, for the show.
There is not a winner until the judges say so.
.30 in the blue course. Vicky Roblin advances. $25-10. Next up, we have Zoe, our homegirl, against Raphael in the red.
Let's go, Zoe.
On course.
Big spreads from both competitors on the top air there. Both competitors choosing to go for the outside lane. Zoe was a little bit behind after the top air, but was trying to catch up and stepped on the gas and unfortunately just couldn't quite hold it all together.
Yeah, that happens. When you push, sometimes doesn't work.
Yep. Like
But she is killing it.
Absolutely. Great job in finishing the line there, Zoe. Great, great work. As we alluded to yesterday, these competitors are on the edge of their seats all the way through this. They are pushing their limits of ability all the time.
Well said.
And it's great to see.
And Raphael advances 30-5. Next up, we're going back to the men. We have in the blue, Bradley Kohler, in the red, Landon. And they're on course. Unfortunately, Landon is not sticking that landing, but getting right back in it. Bradley having a solid skiing.
Absolutely. The blue lane is looking very composed right now.
And what is he
coming
going to
through.
do? Nice.
Nice backflip tuck. Absolutely stomps that landing and flies through. That is a good looking run from the blue course there.
Good job, Landon.
And well done, Red, for finishing off that. As we go back up to the top of the course, take a look at that top air.
Yeah, Bradley, who competed at the Junior Olympics in February, I think. We have Antoine Hamel in the red and Philippe Gaudirano on course.
Riders coming up to the top air here. A Daffy from the red and a Twister spread from the blue. This is neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen, coming through this middle section here. They are matching each other turn for turn, flying through this middle section. Both of them very composed, coming up to this bottom air. What have the competitors got? Both of them backflip crosses, both of them landing, coming in, and it's going to be the red line that takes it at the finish. That was almost a photo finish there. Both athletes absolutely flying through that course.
If you guys couldn't tell, Daniel's very enthusiastic about it. You get the emotions watching Duel is insane. How is it compared to yesterday for you?
It's a very different atmosphere compared to yesterday. It's
I'm
much
sensing you hyped up.
I'm
Bib 34 advances in the red course, Antoine. Next up, we have Jackson Kendall in the blue and Darren in the red. And they're on course. I I think both guys are pushing it, trying to go faster and faster.
Pushing to the limit here. Neck and neck. Both flip iron cross coming into the end. Who's going to take it at the line? It's going to be Blue that takes it.
Good job. '91 advances. Darren.
Big cheer from the crowd down here.
We have Edouard Saint-André up top. Next up, the boys are on course.
360 mute from Red and a big spread from Blue. Looks like this course is softening up just a little bit. Red absolutely flying through that middle section there. Daffy. Backflip cross from the Blue. Oh, and he crosses over the line, unfortunately. So is that going to be a DNF there, Mia?
Yeah, I think so from Adam.
That is unfortunate.
Edouard is moving on. I mean, yeah, he is moving on. Next up, we have in the red, Corbin Gulovich. And in the blue, Christo Daigle du Relais.
Great cork 7 from Red line there on the last lap.
And they're on course.
Riders are coming out as thick and fast now, ladies and gents.
Kids are doing a twister spread, really absorbing that first bump. Solid skiing from Blue.
These competitors make it look very easy, and let me tell you, those watching at home or in person, it is not. Great backflip cross from Blue and from Red on the bottom air there, and Blue crossing that line first. Good job. As we go back and take a look at the top air. Kosak from the red line there. Love to see that old school style.
Bib 78, Christo Daigle advancing to the next round. Our next duel will be Max Ederle in the blue and Leo Longstreet in the red on course.
Twister spreads from both athletes there, I think.
Red flying, Blue really keeping up with the pace.
Absolutely. Blue is straining to catch up there. Absolutely letting go of the brake.
Wow.
Huge backflip off the bottom air. Is he going to catch up? Red just taking it there at the bottom. Great run from both competitors. That was entertainment, Junt.
Oh, yeah. Everybody have smiles on their face right now.
As we take another look at those top airs from those competitors.
'83 in the blue course advances Max Ederle.
Good job, Max.
Next up, we have Alec Johnson in the blue and Adam in the red on course.
First air, what have we got? Twister spread from Blue. Backflip cross from Blue, sorry. Twister spread from Red.
Some nice and control skiing from the red lane. And Blue just going fast.
Absolutely. Those turns from Red are beautiful. Lovely and in control. Backflip cross from Blue. Backflip cross from Red as well. It's going to be Blue that takes it at the line, but we're going to wait for the judges' scores on that one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the skiing of the red line.
It was a backflip mute from the Blue on that top air there. Getting that grab nice and solid. Great turns from the red lane there. Knees together the whole way.
43 in the blue course. Alec advances. Our next duel will be Byron Drinkwater in the blue. And in the red, Owen Cooper. And they're on course.
Oh!
A little bit of a trouble for Blue there. That's not quite a jump.
It looked like red almost had a bit of bother as well, but
Yeah.
both holding it together, both athletes back on their feet and flying through this middle section.
Oh, did I say blue? I meant red. Oopsies.
Colors are hard. Bottom air. Nice backflip cross from the red. Blue with a lovely straight jump there. Red crossing that line. Good run from both competitors. Let's see if we can take a look and see what happened on that top air for red, shall we?
Yeah.
That was the previous run, unfortunately. It just looked like that red just got a bit bucked on the takeoff.
45 in the blue course advances Owen Cooper. Next up, we're going to the ladies. We will have in the blue Juliane Lévesque du Massif, and in the red, Alex Elenko.
What round are we on here, Mia?
Round 16.
Round of 16. It is getting to the money end of the competition.
Oh, yeah. And the ladies are on course.
Spreads from both athletes there.
Blue coming up the jump a little bit earlier.
Red making sure that she gets back into that lane and completes off all of the run as anything could happen. Coming up to the bottom air here.
A Daffy. Love
Great
to see
style
it.
from the blue line. Just about holding it together there as she comes
And
across.
she skied those bumps.
Absolutely. Oh, and red, unfortunately, just losing it on that bottom air there.
But she's getting back up.
Back
She's
to her feet
okay.
straight away. Great to see. And
And that's the
still
most-
powering across the line there. Great work there.
Yeah, getting back to your on your feet, it is the most important thing at the end of the day.
Absolutely, as we go back up to the top of the course and have a look. Great spread from blue and from red there.
101, Juliane advances to the next round. Our next duel will be in the blue, Leah Matsuda, and in the red, Aria Lowen.
So, as we said, this is a live bracket competition. It is elimination. If you do not win your duel, you are not moving on to the next round. So there is a lot of live organization that goes on to make these events happen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the only duel that you go back, even if you lose, is the semifinal to compete for the bronze medal.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. You should see Mia sat next to me here scribbling furiously to keep up with all of the information being sent our way.
Oh, yeah, so if you hear me cutting off middle of a sentence, I'm just trying my best.
So we're just going to take a quick 30 seconds here while the organizers and the starters at the top make sure all athletes are there, present and ready and in the correct order. As we all know, teenagers can be like herding cats sometimes, so it may take a minute.
And again, for those that are not competing anymore, return your bibs, por favor. S'il vous plaît, retournez les dossards.
Oui.
Oui, oui.
So it has been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Oh, yeah. And I think we're ready for Leah and Aria. Aria again in the red and Leah in the blue. And on course. That was some synchronized jumping right there. And skiing next to each other.
This is neck and neck through this middle section, ladies and gentlemen. Both athletes turn for turn coming into the bottom air. Backflip cross from Blue. Stomps the landing. Absolutely flies through that bottom section. What a finish
job.
from the blue line. Skiing in the sunnies as well. Extra style points. As we are at the top of the course.
And Bib 82 advances Leah in the blue. And we will be moving back to the man with, in the blue, Grégoire Boudreau-Dufour, and in the red, Samuel Lemay, another Quebec duel.
As we move further and further this event, the run should be getting quicker and quicker as we get closer to that grand final event.
And they're on course. Twister.
And a twister spread for Blue.
Blue having a little bit of difficulty getting back, but he is back. Red having some nice turns.
Blue is
Oh,
stepping on the
no.
gas. Red just about holds it in the gates, though. Coming up
Gets
to the final
back.
jump. Backflip cross from Red. Daffy
Massive,
spread.
massive spread.
Coming across. Red takes it at the line, but we will wait for the judges' score on that one. As we take a look at that top air again.
And Daniel, those guys, they're both from Quebec. And that live, because that's all thanks to you. Thank you. You are making so many parents happy back home. So I'm saying thank you for everybody in Quebec watching this live.
You are welcome. Hopefully there are lots of you joining us for this live broadcast.
And it is from Lorelais, Grégoire Boudreau-Dufour advancing. And we are next up on course, Edouard Bernier and Olivier Gagnon-Dernay.
Absolutely massive airs from both competitors there on the top air, flying into this middle section of Moguls. Both athletes are all gas, no brakes right now. Absolutely stomping their way through, destroying every Mogul they see, neck and neck coming into the bottom jump. Backflip cross from Red.
Twister spread from Blue.
Coming in. Blue takes it to the line, but we will wait for the judges on that one as we take another look at that top air.
But I think, Daniel, that Blue had the best turns in the finish line. Those last bumps.
Those last bumps make a big difference. Every competitor should be aware of this by now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Repeating myself. But it's true.
As we just see both competitors go massive on that top air there.
Bib 62, Edouard Bernier advances to the next round. Up next, we have Oliver in the blue and Quinn Unger in the red. And they're on course.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
A cork!
Cork 7 from the red.
Yeah.
Holds the landing. Blue couldn't quite put the gear down on that 360, unfortunately, but it is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. Red coming into the bottom air. Oh, backflip Cossack!
So much style. He
Almost losing it there.
Nice done from the blue line too.
And blue line finishing off strong.
Thank you guys for giving us such a show today.
What a run was. Let's take another look at that top air, especially the red lane there.
Cork.
Everyone loves a Cork 7.
It's the first of the day too.
Absolutely.
And like you were saying earlier, it shows that we're moving up the rounds.
Absolutely. So for those quickly that might not be aware, a Cork 7 is 2 full rotations around the vertical axis and a dip below the horizontal axis.
And Quinn advances to the next round. Up next, we have Olivier Blais in the blue and Alexis Turgeon in the red. Quebec again. Let's go, les gars.
So again, we're just waiting to make sure all of the starters or organisers have everything they need, all the athletes ready for their runs and turns in place. But it gives me a chance to catch my breath after all of this excitement.
Yeah.
What a morning it has been so far from the Duels. Here we go.
And I think we're ready. The boys are on course. Olivier in the blue and Alexis in the red. Twister spread, almost synchro.
They are neck and neck here, though, going through this middle section. It looks like red might just be eking out in front, but blue is trying his best to reel him back in.
Red is going
Absolutely
fast.
flying. Bottom air. Backflips from both athletes. Red flying through that bottom section of the...
Wow. Alexis,
what a run from both athletes. That was impressive. As we go back to the top of the course.
Alexis qui nous vient du relais. Une très belle montagne, comme on sait. Hein, Daniel?
Yes.
Bib 63 advances Alexis Turgeon. Next up, we will have Matthew Solis in the blue and Alexis Dufour in the red.
Yeah, there is perfect for me, Leaf. That looks great. So, yeah, as I was alluding to earlier, we had the Junior Nationals aerials happen on Friday, singles yesterday, and now duels today.
Last event of this wonderful, wonderful weekend here at Whistler.
Yeah, again, thank you, all of you, wherever you are in person on the stream, joining us for this event. It has been a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and it's great to finish it off with some sun and some party laps.
Oh, yeah.
So as you can see here in the conditions, that snow is just starting to soften up a little bit. We had a very warm day yesterday, and a very cold night last night, creating some tricky conditions for the competitors this morning, hence the delay in the start time for the event. So apologies for all of you waiting at home eagerly.
We need to make sure that those athletes get the best run they can have.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to make sure that.
And safety.
Oh, yeah, safety.
That thing.
That exists.
In that sport. And we are ready with Alexis in the red and Matthew in the blue on course. Massive twister.
And a twister spread from blue, but unfortunately just not quite getting that stomped landing, but gets back to his feet.
That ski out from red was absolutely insane.
Red is eating up every mogul in front of him there. Absolutely no stopping that. Huge backflip cross, almost missing the landing and flying across that line there.
And I think his coach will be happy with this run.
Yeah, great run there from the red line. And blue finishing off strong, which we love to see.
With a stylish helmet. Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, helmet of the weekend definitely goes to that competitor there with the lion's mane.
35-0 for that.
Absolutely.
And 104, Alexis Dufour advances.
As we just take another look at Alexis' bump turns there, they were absolutely wonderful. Textbook.
And we're moving back to the ladies with Sophie Sharp and Justine Boudreau-Dufour in the red. And they're on course. Spread from Justine.
Spreads from both athletes on the top hat. Blue just about staying inside the gates, but not quite holding it together. She's back on her feet, though. The run is still not over.
Justine taking it super nice and controlled.
Yep.
And Sophie, too.
Both athletes showing great control in their turns there.
And a dappy for red.
And then, yeah, that's going to take us with red crossing that line first. Blue just getting a bit bounded there on that last air.
But she's back
She's
up.
back
Oh,
up.
lost the pole.
She's going to get that pole. And we're still going to finish the run. Charging across the line, turning around the bumps.
Nice.
Absolutely. That is my moment of the day so far there. Thank you for giving me that, Blue. I love that. As we take a look at that top air. Yeah, just not quite getting that landing in the blue lane, unfortunately.
And I'm just hearing Justine Boudreau Dufour advancing to the next round. Up next, we have Charlie Longstreet in the blue and Carson Kennedy in the red. And the ladies are on course.
Huge spreads from both athletes there. Red just
Get
not
back
quite
up.
landing, but is back on her feet extremely quickly. Both athletes are neck and neck here. Blue on the outside, red on the inside. They are going bump for bump here, ladies and gentlemen. It is neck and neck. Oh no.
It's
She's-
okay, she's
She's back up. Anything can happen still. Coming into this last air. It is anyone's race still. Twist a spread from blue line. And a spread from red. Just about holding it together as we come into the final few bumps. And blue is going to take it at the end there. Great run and skiing from both competitors there. Love to see that as we go back to the top of the course.
Those replay, Daniel. They're great. Thank you again.
When it works, it's great.
And it is blue course Charlie Longstreet that advances to the next round. Up next, we have Ella Gingras in the blue and Emma Fitzgibbon in the red. And we are still in the round of 16. You know, there's some people that have done 2 runs so far and some none. With the buys and how it works.
Very interesting. Do you know any
Yeah.
more about how that buy system works, Mia? Can you give us some insights?
We should get an official here and explain all the logical thing.
Next year.
Yeah, give us feedbacks, please. And we are ready, Ella and Emma on course. Massive spread from red.
And from blue. Red having a little trouble in the landing, but is quickly back on her feet. Blue taking a small lead here, but red is definitely catching back up and catching back up quickly as we get to the middle section of these bumps here. Athletes are neck and neck, head to head, ski tip to ski tip, nothing separating them, taking turn for turn as we come into the final air. What have we got? Spread and a daffy. Both athletes getting their composure back to get around these final few bumps, and it is getting close and tight here. And then red is going to take it at the end there. It's going to be interesting to see what the judges make of that final bump section as we get our way back to the top.
Your all. They're really giving their all.
Absolutely. We can see red having a bit of trouble there on the top air.
And you know, props to them, because when you fall, it's hard to get back into that mindset of competing. And they do it, and they do it so quickly. So props to all the skiers that get back up there, keep fighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bib 85 is moving on, Ella.
Great job, Ella, as we go back to the top of the course. I'm just going to take a quick hold here while we make sure all equipment is operating as it should be. There is so much communication, so many people currently working on making sure this event happens. We here in the streaming department are a very, very, very small part of everything that is going on. The amount of radio chatter and communication we have flying around in this room, it is amazing that these guys can keep on top of all of this and make this event run as smoothly as they can. So thank you to all of those involved.
And I won't lie, I kind of appreciate this little break too for me.
Yeah, it gives me a chance to catch my breath, calm down a little bit.
All that excitement.
It is exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that.
So are you going to move to Moguls now? Is that what's going on?
I think I've retired from skiing at this point. Okay, we've just heard from the officials that the timers are set and ready to go.
And we are gonna go with Victoria Uod in the red and Ellie in the blue.
Riders are on course. Both going for a big spread on the top air. Red's definitely a bit quicker to get into the turns, but Blue is not letting that stop her and is trying as best as they can to catch up.
Both girls really keeping it together.
Absolutely motoring through the bottom section there in the middle. Coming up. Nice twisters from both athletes. It is close as we get to the finish line. And who's it going to be? It's too close for me to tell, ladies and gentlemen. I can't give you an answer there.
But I can't tell.
What a lovely show of friendship at the bottom there as well. As we go back to take a look at that top air. Just keep a close eye on Red there. Yeah, just a bit of a struggle, but quickly gets both athletes actually having a bit of an issue, but both get back to their feet extremely quickly.
Bib 13, Victoria Uod advances. Next up, we have Annabelle in the red and Tatum in the blue. And they're on course. Both doing a spread eagle up top, getting back into those moguls. Good thing I have a mic because I'm losing my voice.
Mia has commentated and announced every single event this weekend, so her voice is on her last legs, but we really appreciate her effort as both riders come into the bottom air here. Blue line giving us a nice twister spread.
Davy, yeah.
And then Blue absolutely powering through to the end there. Red just losing it at the last second.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
but you know what?
To see it.
She should be still proud of the run she put before that.
Absolutely. And to make it through this far in the competition, that is an accomplishment in itself as we take another look at that top air.
Because we just moved into round 8. Next up, we have in the red, Miranda. And in the blue, Maya Smith. And they're on course.
Riders coming out as thick and fast now.
Synchronized turns and jump.
Absolutely. There is nothing separating these competitors right now. They are head-to-head coming through this middle section of bumps. Wonderful turns from both competitors there. Keeping it extra stylish and composed whilst also going as fast as they can. It is very impressive. As we come up to the last air, both giving us twister spreads, I think. Coming up, it is neck and neck. Going through the final section of bumps, and I think it's Blue taking it by a whisker. But again, I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait for the judges' score on that one.
Honestly, 10 out of 10 for the synchronization, though.
As we have a replay on that top air there.
Good thing we have Daniel, because I can't see that screen. Bib 38 advances to the next round, Maya. Up next, in the red, we have Vicky Roblin. And in the blue, we have Raphael Forest.
Quickly accelerating our way through the competition here. It is getting close to crunch time.
And there's less and less people, too. Oh, it is Bib 37. Sorry, Miranda advances to the next round. Vicky and Rap up top on course.
Riders are dropping. Gate is released. Daffy spread from Blue, I think, and then just a straight spread from Red. Red getting a little caught up in that landing, but is very quick to turn on the boosters and get into those turns and try and catch up. Both athletes absolutely flying as fast as they can through this middle section. Blue coming up to the bottom air first with a nice Daffy. Red
spread.
Very good. As Blue will cross that line first. Great racing from both competitors there, though.
And it is a Quebec Duels, too.
There seems to be a lot of that happening. I sense there's a theme.
I think we do that over there.
Yeah.
I think it's the sport people do.
I think you guys are quite good at it. And when I say quite, I mean very good at it.
29 advances, Raphael Forest. And we're moving on to round 8 of the men. We have in the red, Bradley Kohler. In the blue, Antoine Amel.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is now crunch time. Daffy from blue, Twister Spread from red.
Both skiers having some rad turns.
This is fast, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, both riders on the edge of control, but absolutely motoring through, coming into the last jump, both for the backflip cross, almost landing at the same time. Oh, and blue, unfortunately, cannot stick that landing as red flies across the finish line. That was an excellent run from both competitors. Great job there. As we wait for the judges' scores.
Our next pair will be Darren in the red, and in the blue, Edouard Saint-André. And it is Bradley Kohler in the red advancing to the semifinal. And both guys are on course.
360 from blue, cork 7 from red, just doesn't quite stick it to his feet, but he pops up very quickly and is into those turns.
He took a risk, and you know what? Sometimes it pays off, sometimes not, but we love to see it.
And then again, just losing his rhythm there, really trying to catch up. Blue with the triple Daffy.
Triple,
Triple?
excuse me.
The first triple of the day. Nice backflip from red, putting that landing gear down. Crowd loved that one. Great run there from both of the competitors.
Some insane jumps.
Let's take another look at that cork 7.
And it is the blue course, Edouard, that advances. Next up, we have Christopher Daigle in the red and Max Ederle in the blue. And they're on course.
Nice twisted spread from both.
A
athletes.
lot of air there. Some red having a sick ski.
Absolutely blue, keeping those turns wonderfully tight. Knees glued together from both athletes coming into the final air. Backflip cross from both of them. Blue sending it to the absolute moon.
Oh!
Holding it together there as red crosses the line first, but we will wait for the judges' score on that one. Both athletes seem pretty stoked.
Every athlete that is qualified for this event should be stoked.
Yes, absolutely.
It is, after all, a national championship. Again, athletes, please, bib, 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 and bib.
All athletes, if you have finished competing, get that bib off and get rid of it. Get it into the bin, collecting bibs down here at the Gemini Freestyle Center.
And it is, in the red course, Christopher Daigle who advances in the next round. Up next, we have Alec Johnson in the red and Owen Cooper in the blue.
Again, we are just making sure that all equipment and everyone is operating correctly just before we send these next athletes here. It is a beautiful day here on Blackcomb Mountain. If you are skiing around and wondering what is happening, this is the Canadian Junior National Duel Mogul event.
Woohoo!
And we're really happy you stopped on by to take a look at what's going on here.
And I think we're ready for Alec and Owen on course.
Riders are off. Coming into top air.
Ooh!
Backflip mute from red. Backflip tuck from blue. Oh!
Unfortunately, getting in that inside ski.
However, he is up quickly and back to it. As we come into the bottom air, red is on the edge. Backflip crosses from both athletes. Red is absolutely flying down there and will take it at the line. But we will wait for the judges' score on that one to see who advances. What a great run there from both competitors. Yeah, we can just see that red just catching that first bump into the turns and not quite holding it together. However, he gets back to his feet quickly and he catches up.
Oh, yeah. And bib 45 in the blue. Owen Cooper advances to the next round.
Just to show that sometimes steady can give you the win.
Oh, yeah. And we're moving up to the ladies. In the red, Annika Cooper. And in the blue, Julianne Levesque. And they're on course.
Riders are off. Huge spread eagles from both athletes on the top air, getting straight into those turns. No messing about there.
That took a little bit of speed before that jump coming off first. But Julianne is really holding it together, keeping up.
Absolutely. Red is keeping that lead momentum going. Backflip, cross on the bottom air for Red. Daffy Daffy for Blue. And Red powering through that to the line there. What a run from both competitors again. This is wonderful skiing from everyone involved. Well done, all of the competitors, as we take another look at that top air. Huge spreads, maximum extension from both athletes. A little bit of a check coming into those turns, but they are straight on those edges as quickly as they can.
Again, I can't see that screen, so thank you for those comments.
It is a very bright day here today.
Our next duel will be Charlotte Champagne in the blue, and in the red, Audrey Penaroya. And it is bib 42, Annika Cooper advancing. And they're on course. Spread and twister. Getting back in that line of bumps.
Red choosing the outside line, Blue going for the inside line here, as Blue is catching up here in this middle section. Both athletes skiing as hard and as fast and as aggressive as they can here, coming up to the bottom air. It is close. Spread from Blue, twister from Red, coming into the final air, and Red is going to be taking it at the line there.
But Blue skiing those last moguls.
It's going to be interesting to see what the judges make of that one.
Oh, yeah. Thank you again to the judges. Big mention to the judges.
Huge shout out to the judges. If we didn't have judges, this competition would not happen.
I think the sport would not happen.
So thank you, all judges involved.
Our next competitors will be Quinn Ridgway in the red and Berkeley Timms in the blue.
So again, we are just taking a small, quick hold here while we wait for all of the competitors to make their way back to the top of the course.
And it is Audrey Penaroya who advances. And Quinn and Berkeley are off. Massive spreads for both ladies.
Getting into those turns nice and quickly as well.
Red having a little bit of a lead at the moment, but who knows? Blue is skiing really well.
Red taking that small lead as we come into the bottom air here. Backflip, cross,
Twister
spread, mad extension.
Oh,
Oh no! And Blue line just unfortunately crossing over there into the other lane. That is unfortunate to see.
But big us, we're round 8.
Round 8, this is where it gets hard.
Quinn advances. Next up, we have in the red, Leah Matsuda, and in the blue, Anna Vouligny du Massif. On l'encourage. We are cheering for you.
Riders on course. Huge synchronized spreads.
Little bit of a trouble for Red there. Getting back up. Blue just doing her thing.
Blue making it look very easy right now. Red is putting in some beautiful turns, though, to try and make up from that lost ground as we come into bottom air here. Blue giving us a daffy daffy.
Oh!
Just about holding it together. Doesn't cross that beam. Yeah, nice.
That's some
Blue
skills.
taking it first.
She stayed on her skis.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't know how either.
As we go back and look at that top air. Look at that synchronized spread, both at the same time. You love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, Red just not quite being able to fully ski out of that one.
In the blue course, Anna Bouligny moves on to the next round. We get back.
Riders on course.
We have Matthias in the red and Grégoire in the blue.
Backflip tucks from both athletes there. Red
Matthias.
holding it together somehow and is absolutely flying through this middle section of the course. He is on the edge here, ladies and gentlemen, just about holding it together. Coming into the bottom air, survives the bottom air and is making it through. Daffy spread from the blue lane and Red crossing the line.
And Daniel, I have to say that what Matthias just did right now was such a smart decision. You don't want to take that bottom air being backseat. We don't want to risk it.
Absolutely
Smart
not.
skiing, you guys.
As we take a look at the red air replay here, we can see he just comes out of that jump, a little back seat, gets bounded by that first mogul. And then it is at that point he is chasing back to get control. And what an amazing job he does there. Great skiing from both competitors.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't tell at home, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited.
We love to see it and to hear it. A lovely voice. And this is the men, by the way. This is the round 8. So 25-10 for Grégoire, who moves on to the next round. Up top, we have Edouard Bernier in the red and Quinn Unger in the blue.
We are just going to take a quick hold here to make sure all the judges, organizers, timers, starters, everyone is nice and happy with everything going on. So bear with us for a quick second here.
Fill that silence with a massive shout out to Freestyle Whistler.
Absolutely. Freestyle Whistler have hosted this event. This is our Gemini Freestyle Center where the Mogul course is happening. Big thank you to all of the athletes.
Kristen,
Muir, who refused to speak on microphone earlier and
a man of
made me look
many
made me look a fool, but I'll forgive him for that. And also, but not only Chris, not only the board, but also all of the athletes and all the coaches here from Freestyle Whistler. The work that the coaches have put in to help the volunteers and make this course work is unbelievable. However, we would also like to thank, again, all the judges, the organizing committee, all of those volunteers, anyone who has picked up a shovel, a rake, a stick of bamboo, a fence line. We would not be here without you. So thank you.
Absolutely not.
And I'm going to try and quickly take this opportunity to
Oh
thank
my God.
our sponsors: Hilton Hotels and Resorts, Southside Lodge, Nestor's Market, Gibbons Whistler, McCoos Whistler, Mountain Kids Outfits, Airhouse, 122 West, Dublin Gate Irish Pub, Head Sportswear, Sunburn, Beaver Wax, Thread, Toasty Supply, Forecast Ski Magazine, Toyo Tires, Freestyle Canada, and Backflash.
You should work for some television, radio. You know those.
I just didn't want to miss a rider, you know. I didn't want someone to drop with me mid-sponsor.
That's some skills. That's like an ad on TV at 11 p.m.
Hey, these athletes are skiing quick. The least I can do is talk quick.
You're right.
So again, we're just making sure all equipment is operating as functionally as it should while we wait for these next competitors to come down. While we wait, let's just see if we can take another look at that last run, the mayhem that was caused by this backflip. As we can see, the athlete there, huge extension, gets the landing, but just isn't quite balanced in the center of his skis there, causing him to miss that first sort of turn. And from that point then on, as you can see from this replay, he is chasing back to get control.
A good skier, you guys.
It's unbelievable.
The skills that you need to have to just keep up with it.
Well, just to point your skis downhill and be brave enough and strong enough to commit to that line, the mental side of this thing is taken for granted a lot of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, the camera really does not do it justice here, ladies and gentlemen. This course is steep. These competitors are on the line. They are putting it. They are risking it all out there to make sure that they get that run of theirs.
Oh, Daniel, I think I just heard something. I think we're ready.
We are back to it, ladies and gentlemen.
And they are on course.
Cork Sev from the blue, backflip mute from the red. Both athletes having a spot of bother there, but blue is back up to his feet quickly. Red is not quite back up, but now he is back up. Let's finish off the line, Red. Blue storming into the bottom air here. Nice backflip cross as he comes across the line. Good skiing there from the blue line as Red, we love to see it, Red, staying strong. Huge backflip for the crowd, keeping us stoked and powering over the line.
Le relais est fier de toi.
Great skiing from both competitors there. Another look at that cork 7 and backflip mute grab.
Next duel in the red, Camden. In the blue, Alexi.
Twister from blue and a twister spread from red. Straight back into those bumps, and blue is absolutely flying through the course here. Red is keeping up as best as he can. Oh, and unfortunately just losing it on that last bump before the jump there. Blue with a lovely backflip iron cross.
That landing was awesome. Good job, Alexi.
Wonderful skiing there from both competitors.
And it's Alexis Turgeon moving on to the next round. Next up, we have Justin in the red, and in the blue, Alexis Dufour. On course. That voice is cracking.
Twister from blue, backflip from red.
Massive absorption from blue on that first bump. Both skiers making their way down like it's nothing.
Such aggressive skiing from both competitors here as we come into the final air. Both of us giving backflips. It is neck and neck coming across, and blue is going to take it. As we just take another look at that middle bump section there. That was wonderful skiing. As we make our way back to the top of the course.
We will be moving on to the ladies. Round 8. In the red, we have Miyuki Alexandre. In the blue, Justine Boudreau-Dufour. And they're on course.
Coming up to the top air. What have the competitors got for us?
Red coming in first on that jump. Blue having a little bit of a trouble there, but she's okay.
She's back on her feet. She's back into those turns. Meanwhile, red is absolutely motoring on her head.
Oh, she's crushing it.
Wonderful technique there, keeping those knees nice and close together, absorbing, keeping the upper body still. Coming into a backflip tuck.
Oh, and she's holding it together.
As quick as she could through that bottom section there.
No, but you have to realize this is a junior event. Those girls are not at the tallest they'll ever be, if we can put it that way.
Absolutely. It's the same course for the U18 males as it is for the U14 females.
And it's quite challenging. Back in the East Coast, we're not that used to seeing those big bumps that we have in the West Coast. So big shout out to those girls, both coming from the province of Quebec.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can really see on the replay here the depth of these bumps.
And it's Miyuki advancing in the red course. Next up, we have Charlie Longstreet in the red and Sierra Nissen in the blue. They're on course. Spread eagle for both ladies.
Red having a bit of bother there, but is quickly to get rid of that and get straight back into those turns.
Blue just cruising through.
Absolutely. A wonderful rhythm from both competitors here. Red is trying their best to catch up with that time that they've lost. Blue coming into the bottom air. Twist a spread. And
a
a
spread.
daffy from the red. And coming in, and blue diving across the finish line here and straight into the fencing corral.
Are you okay?
Hopefully we are all good down there. That was
Is she smiling?
dramatic.
We're smiling?
Ladies and gentlemen, what a dramatic finish that was. As we just go back and
Okay,
take
yeah,
a look
she's
at the top
smiling.
there.
All good.
Okay, we're smiling. We've got a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen. That is one way to make an exit.
Blue Coursera advances to the next round. Our next duel will be in the red, Charlie Grace Huter, and in the blue, Jade Guembes. They're on course.
Riders on course.
Synchronized spread eagles there.
Seems to be a lot of that going on. Blue just getting a little caught up on that landing, so red is quicker to get into the turns.
But you know, Red won a medal yesterday. She came in third, if I'm not mistaken. So
Congratulations.
it's a big competitor there.
Oh, and blue, unfortunately, just trying to go
Oh,
as fast.
but
Oh,
red
and
just
both
fell.
athletes down as well. There are both athletes down. Who's first to get up? Red is first to
Get up, do a jump.
She clears the air. Blue is a little slow to get back to her
But
feet there,
she's
but is
staying on her
finishing
feet.
off the run.
Yeah.
Again, this is going to go down to the judges, ladies and gentlemen. We will see what happens here. Blue crossing the line.
And we have another dramatic finish.
The sliding into the finish corral seems to be a popular move from all the athletes here.
I'm sure it's not on purpose. And bib 18, Charlie Grace advances to the next round. Up top, we have Ella Gingras in the red and Francesca Farco in the blue. They're on course.
Here we go, coming into the first jump. Nice Cossack from blue and a 360 from red. Both athletes having a spot of bother, but are very quick to get straight back into that middle section. Wonderful, composed, elegant skiing from both competitors.
Elegance.
They're making it look extremely easy. My favorite saying, smooth is fast and fast is smooth.
Yeah, I love that saying. I want to talk about that saying.
that's a
I
good
think
one.
it's a great.
Backflip cross from blue, coming up to the red. Nice spread, having some fun with it. As blue, wonderful turns from both athletes in that Moguls. I love that from both athletes there. Really finishing off those turns. Great to see as blue crosses the line first.
And it is Ella Gingras advancing to the next round. Up top, we're moving to the men. We have in the red, Callum. In the blue, Owen on course.
Spread eagle from blue and a Cossack spread from red. Oh, both
Get back up.
athletes unfortunately losing a little bit. Oh, blue has lost a shoe there, unfortunately.
A shoe? What sport are you watching?
Lose a shoe? Very, very famous saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everyone knows lose
I
a
don't
shoe.
know. I'm French.
When I say shoe, I mean ski. Backflip, iron cross from the red there. Oh, also getting a bit unstuck. However,
And blue is ready.
red crossing the line there. However, I just want to commend blue here for losing a ski in the landing, getting that ski back on, getting up, and still flying through the rest of his course. If you are in the corral here at the Gemini Center, everybody, let's give a huge round of applause for every competitor flying through the end here. We'd love to see it. Yeah, great job, bud.
94, Callum advances to the next round. Up top, we have in the red, Hudson Wands, and in the blue, from Whistler, James Tang. And they're on course.
Nice spread eagle there from both competitors.
For those competitors, it's their first run of the day. Can you imagine?
That has been a long, long wait for these guys.
Oh, yeah. The course has changed so much, probably. It's much
Absolutely.
softer now.
Nice
Twister.
From both athletes. It is quite close here. James is trying his best to catch up, and Red will cross the line first. Great skiing from both competitors there. James skiing for Freestyle Whistler, another hometown hero. Well done for making it this far, bud.
And it is Hudson Ones moving on to the next round. But good job, James. We're proud of you. Next up, we have Eric Newman in the red and in the blue, Xavier Labrie du Québec.
Again, excuse all these small holds. There is so much organization involved behind the scenes here, making sure we have the right athletes in the right gates at the right time.
A lot of things right. And Eric and Xavier are on course.
What have these riders got for us coming into the top air?
Nice. Massive twister spread from blue.
And a great spread from Red.
Blue keeping the lead, but Red not close behind.
No, you can see there, Red is trying to let go of the brakes and try and catch up for that lost time. However, Blue is first into the jump. Massive backflip cross there. Nice Daffy from Red as Blue will cross the line first.
Some aggressive skiing, the Blue.
Absolutely. Great skiing from both of the competitors there.
You're
and
absolutely
the
right.
hug at the end. Love to see it. Good job, fellas.
And it is Bib 74 that advances. We'll go back to the women. Victoria Huot in the blue and Tatum in the red.
Riders on course.
Finals.
Semi-finals, ladies and gentlemen. A spread from both athletes. However, Blue is not quite able to get the landing gear down. However, they need to get back up quickly as anything can still happen. Red putting in some lovely turns here through this middle section.
But Vic skiing so well just behind. Deciding not to take the jump sometimes is the best option. But Vic, on est fiers de toi.
And Red crossing over the line first there.
14 being the winner. But Victoria will go back up to compete for the bronze medal.
Absolutely.
We have in the blue Miranda and in the red Rafael.
Riders on course. Synchronized spreads from both athletes, both getting into the turns at the same time. This is going to be a close one. Both athletes putting in some wonderful turns. It may just look like Blue is inching ahead, but Red is pulling them back in as we approach the second air, neck and neck. Twister spread and Daffy from both athletes. It is close. Coming into the final turns, they're both cross. I think that is Blue by a whisker, but we're going to have to wait for the judges on that one.
You have better eyes than I do.
As we just take another look at the replay from the top air.
And remember, from now on, those that loses, they go back up to compete for that bronze medal.
Absolutely. We are at semi-final time, ladies and gentlemen.
Exciting!
This is the boil. This is where it all boils down to. As we join it back live at the top of the course.
And we have a scratch show. Rafael advances to the finals. We have Edouard in the red and Bradley in the blue. On course.
Backflip truck and a 360 mute.
Bradley holding it together, skiing like a legend. Edouard too. Wow. Very proud of Kevin
Wonderful
right now.
turns from both competitors here as we come into the final air. Backflip cross.
And
Triple Daffy! Love that. As Blue crosses the line first. Great runs there from both competitors. Gotta love that triple Daffy.
Yeah, big mention to Edouard Saint-André being the only one doing a triple figure. And this is the final for M14. Or semi-final, sorry. Semi-final.
As we take another look at that backflip truck and the 360 mute there. Blue line just getting a little bit caught up in the landing, but is able to power on through it. We are just in a short 30-second, 40-second course hold here, while our wonderful volunteers and shapers just make sure that every jump and every landing is spick and span, crisp and clean for every competitor.
You know what? You have a lot of adjectives, and I think you should teach me a little, or make me a list. I want to use your adjectives.
I can teach you some adjectives, and you can teach me French.
Oui, baguette.
Oui. It's going to be a long lesson.
And it is Bradley Kohler that is winning this duel, but Edouard go back up to compete for that bronze medal. And we are good to go with our next duel. In the blue, Christopher Daigle, and in the red, Owen Cooper.
We are just waiting for that final okay from everyone.
And we're ready to go. Hearing that on the radio. I'm never saying that again.
Great work.
And they're on
Great
course. Absolutely
backflip mute
massive.
and a backflip, just not quite holding the landing, but he bounces straight back up from that and is quickly into the turns from Blue. Pedal to the metal stuff right here.
And a cork.
Cork 7 from Blue on the bottom and a backflip from
Both
Red.
sticking the landing.
And that is as close as it could be as well. I'm not going to call that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
wait
would
for the
not
judges'
want to be the
score.
judges.
I would not want to be the judge. You know? As we take another look at the top of the course. You can see there the Blue just landing a bit back seat, but that doesn't let it stop him. Straight back to his feet, straight back into those turns.
Bib 45, Owen advances to the big final. Christo, you're going back up to compete for that bronze medal. Right now, up top, we have the ladies. It will be in the blue, Annika Cooper against Audrey Penaroya in the red. So for the M14, our big final competing for gold would be Bradley Kohler against Owen Cooper. And they're on course. Annika in the blue and Audrey in the red. Massive spread.
Oh, and Red, unfortunately, is just not able to hold that landing and get back into those bumps.
Those first bumps are so hard. Again, such a difficult thing to do with all that speed that you gain from that first jump.
And the weather has changed so much from our first competitors to now. This snow is now getting quite soft and soupy, whereas to start off with, it was firm.
Blue is coming out first and red following just behind. Yeah, no, this morning we had axes break the ice and now it's soft.
Again, with the synchronized spreads. It's
Love
almost
to see
like
it.
they're organizing it at the top
Yeah.
for us.
Maybe they talk to each other before the run.
Maybe. But yeah, as we can see there, red unfortunately just not quite holding it inside the gates.
Annika Cooper moving on to the big final. Audrey going back up for the Browns. Next up, we have in the blue, Quinn, and in the red, Anna Vouligny.
Big cheer from the crowd at the bottom here. for both
Quebec
athletes involved.
represent. And they're on course.
Synchronized spreads again. Thank you. Oh, unfortunately.
Little bit of a trouble there, right?
Yeah, but they get back to their feet pretty quickly, and they're back into the turns.
It looks like red could possibly catch up to blue.
Absolutely. Blue is putting in a lovely rhythm and great with the turns, but red is trying their best to catch up. Huge backflip from blue. Yeah, unfortunately, red just put it all out on the line there.
Yeah, good job, girls.
Great, great skiing from all the competitors there. What a run from both of them.
And our big final will be Annika Cooper against Quinn Ridgway. And competing for the bronze medal, Anna Vouligny and Audrey. Moving on to the men. I think M16, yeah, biggest category. We will have in the blue, Grégoire Boudreau-Dufour du relais. And in the red, Quinn. They're on course. Quinn Unger.
Cork 7 on the right line, backflip on the blue line.
Quinn going absolutely
Flying through this. This is a very aggressive line that we're taking in the red. Backflip cross from on the red.
but
Flat
such
3,
a
I think,
sick-
from the blue line.
I think that was a back, but such a sick grab.
Oh, so just a backflip safety?
You're quizzing me on my grabs, and I'm not going to make a fool of myself.
I'm going to go with flat 3, Japan on that one. Unfortunately, we only have replay of the spot there, so... As we look at that cork 7 from red, sending it to the absolute moon.
Bib 47, Quinn advances. Big final. Grégoire, you're going back up to compete for the bronze. Next up, we have Alexis Turgeon du relais in the blue and Alexis Dufour from Le Massif in the red. Les Alexis de Québec. Et ils sont en piste.
Riders are off.
Nice air on both jumps there.
Both choosing that inside line. They are not far apart from each other.
Skiing like absolute legends, making Quebec proud. Alexis.
And blue just doesn't quite have the control to get back in, and red will cross that line first.
Such a
Blue,
good show, though.
What a run from both competitors there.
Encore une fois, on est fiers de toi au relais. It's quite confusing. Both their name is Alexis. Alexis Dufour advancing to the big final, and Alexis Turgeon competing for bronze. Moving up to F18, we have in the blue Miyuki Alexandre, and in the red Sierra Nissen.
Again, for anyone that is just skiing by on the Blackcomb Gondola, this is the Canadian Junior National Duel Mogul Championships. The best mogul skiers in Canada right now are on this. And it's great to see.
And we are ready for Miyuki and Sierra. They're on course.
Synchronized spreads again.
Miyuki absorbing those bumps like it's nothing.
Absolutely sucking those knees into the chest there.
And Red having her legs together, really clean skiing from Red
Again,
and Blue.
You can really see how big these bumps are getting now. With a backflip from Blue. Oh, and Red just holding it together there to get over that jump. Great
Miyuki
work
having a
from
solid
both
run.
competitors there, with Blue crossing the line first. If you just take another look at that top air and try and get the synchronized spread.
And it is Miyuki advancing to the big final. Sierra, you're going back up to compete for that bronze medal. Next duel, we have Charlie Grace-Uter in the blue and Ella Jenga in the red. And they're on course.
Huge spread from Blue and a
Was that a
Cossack from
Cossack?
Red.
Yeah.
Blue, unfortunately, just not quite putting it to their feet, but is up nice and quickly and going to try and catch up to that lost ground on the red lane. Both athletes skiing beautifully through this middle section here. Great rhythm and great control. And Blue is slightly catching up. They are turning on the gas. They are on the tails of the red lane. They are catching up quickly. Both competitors into the bottom air. Backflip cross from Red. Twister spread is Blue, and then absolutely powers on through and takes it at the line there. Let's see what the judges think about that.
We'll see.
Great skiing from both competitors there, laying it absolutely all out on the line. And yeah, we can see that Cossack. Great work there from the red lane.
In the red, Ella Jengra going to the big final. Charlie, you're going to be moving to the small final, competing for the bronze. Next up, we have Callum in the red and Thomas Goulet in the blue from Lorelais on course. Massive twister spread.
Misses the landing.
Did the camera catch that?
Yeah, absolutely. Holds it together and absolutely powering through the course here. Red putting in some beautiful looking turns, trying to catch up on that lost ground. Backflip cross from Blue. Again, going absolutely massive, missing the landing again. Nice backflip cross from Red. Holding it together, staying inside those gates and finishing off a lovely, strong run. Great job there from everybody. See how big and absolutely missing the whole landing, landing past that flag.
And you know, yes, a little bit of problem getting back in those bumps, but still not that big.
I know, and great strength and control shown there.
And Thomas Goulet moves on to the big final. And Callum going back up to compete for the bronze medal. Next up, we have in the blue, Hudson Wands, and in the red, Xavier Labrie.
Big old cheer from the crowd down here as we wait for our next athletes to get to the top of the course.
Again, speaking from the East Coast, we're not used to those big mountains. For us, lap time is nothing. Not wanting to be mean against our mountain, but
we do have a little bit of a lap time here as we wait for those competitors to get back round to the top of the course. And obviously, as we are now in the pretty much in the medal rounds here, there are not many competitors that are actually going to be still competing here.
Well, it is the last bracket for the semifinal, and after that, it's all about finals and medals.
And that is when it really starts to get exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you.
It's been exciting since the beginning.
It really has.
I have him next to me. He's been excited. And we are ready. They're on course. Hudson in the blue, Xavier in the red.
Twister from Red, big spread from Blue. Oh, Red unfortunately just not holding it together, but is back onto his feet quickly. Blue is maintaining a lovely rhythm here, trying to catch up.
Oh, Red
is
some great
Red
turns.
is powering on through
revenge.
there. Nice backflip cross on the bottom air there from red. Another twister from blue there. Good turns at the end there and finishing off strong. Let's see what the judges think of that one.
I mean, red did ski absolutely fantastically, but did fall on that top of the middle section. It is unfortunate, but it happens. It's part of the sport.
Yeah, as we just see there, red losing it a little bit, but managing to get their composure back.
And Xavier goes to the big final. Hudson going to the small final.
Huge cheer from the crowd down here.
And Daniel, we are ready for the final round.
The finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. It has been a wonderful, wonderful 3-day of events here for the Canadian Junior National Mogul and Aerial events here held on Whistler Blackcomb. It is wonderful for the sun to come out for this final celebration day.
Yeah, it's as if it was planned. I wish I could plan the weather. It would be sunny all the time. And we will start back the finals with the ladies, the F14 category. We'll start with the small final first, and then move up to the big final. So that's competing for the bronze medal first, and then competing for first and second place. Second place is still a very, very good place.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd also like to give a very, very, very big shout out to my excellent cameraman yesterday, Daniel Beamish, and my excellent cameraman today, Leaf, for doing some standout camera work. Very, very much appreciated. Well done, fellas. Made my life very, very easy down here. So while we have a break, I'll take this opportunity to thank our awesome event sponsors: Hilton Hotels and Resorts, Southside Lodge, Nestor's Market, Gibbons Whistler, McCoos Whistler, Mountain Kids Outfitters, Airhouse, 122 West, Dublin Gate Irish Pub, Head Sportswear, Sunburn, Beaver Wax, Thread, Toasty Supply, Forecast Ski Magazine, Toyo Ties, Freestyle Calendar, and Blackfish. We're getting quicker, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting quicker at that.
Oh, wow. Meanwhile, I stumble when I say one word.
So as we can just see at the top of the course there, our starters are getting all of the athletes nice and organized. We're going to wait until every athlete has made it back round to the top so we can get through these finals nice and quickly. So again, just while our starters and our judges and our timers get everything ready for the final important run set, I'll just take this opportunity again to thank all of the judges, all of the organizing committee, every single member of the volunteer crew, every single coach, every single athlete, anyone that has been sticking around to watch these events.
Every single one of you.
Every single one of you, every parent for traveling across that can make it. For those of you that couldn't make it across, we are really glad that you could join us for the live stream of this event. It means the world to us. So thank you all so much for being a part of this amazing event that we've been able to put on here on Whistler Blackcomb.
Yes, some of those athletes that have just gone down, they need to get back up there, catch their breath. We're not making them go right away.
Well, and it's about a 2-minute ski down from our location here on Gemini Freestyle Center to the next lift, which we will then. It's about another 5 to 7 minute journey on that lift to then have another sort of 3 to 5 minute ski down. It is not the fastest lap time that we have here for our Mogul Center, unfortunately. However, it is definitely quicker to ski down and get the lift than it is to walk up that thing.
Oh, and you would be dead probably.
I walked up to the bottom air about 4 times this week,
Mm.
and every time
How was it?
awful, absolutely awful.
I believe you, strangely.
Yeah. Again, as I keep saying, the camera does not do justice how steep this course is. As you can tell from our angle here, our camera is in an elevated position, but we still cannot see the top of the course. That is how steep that middle pitch is. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are just waiting to make sure every single athlete for the big and small finals is at the top. They are about to put on a show for you. If you are skiing down the side of Blackcomb and can hear my voice and wondering what on earth is going on over here, it is the grand final of the Canadian Junior National Duel Mogul event, and it is going to be worth stopping around to take a look at.
You're
This
absolutely
is
right.
the future of Canadian mogul skiing right now.
Also, yeah, definitely. And such a great place to take in the sun.
Yeah, absolutely. If I wasn't stuck inside this commentary booth all day, I would absolutely be out there getting my tan on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're just hearing on our link to the officials that they are just double checking all of the running order to make sure everyone is in the correct place. We are not far away here, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. Do not adjust that stream if you're watching live on YouTube or if you're here in person. Please do not go anywhere. The excitement is about to begin.
And we just had our boss Chris stepping in the booth with us.
Our fearless leader.
We would love for all the athletes to go back up there and slip the course. That would be so appreciated.
Yep. We still have some use for this course till the end of the season, so to keep it in its best condition, we ask that all competitors make their way to the top of the course to give us a slip, please and thank you. Again, all competitors, if you can please make your way to the top of the course to give us a slip, we would really, really appreciate it. Thank you for all of your work this week and giving us a show that not only the crowd here at the Gemini have loved to watch, but those at home or wherever they are watching have also really enjoyed. So thank you all for putting on a wonderful show, athletes. We wouldn't be here without you.
After the big and small final, please. After the final round. Not now. Sorry for that. We still have the finals. And to the athletes that have not yet done so, please bring back your bib. Your bib. Les dossards, s'il vous plaît. On les ramène.
Your parents do not want to be paying for that bib deposit. Let me tell you that for free right now. So to avoid any future problems, let's get all of those bibs back, please.
And we also need them again, so.
It won't be too long before we are back underway here, ladies and gents. We really, really appreciate all of your patience here. Again, we are just sorting out the running order and making sure every athlete is in the correct spot, as this is the medal runs, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big and small final. I will take this opportunity to just once run you through our event sponsors, not as quick as I normally do, as I have a bit of time. Thank you so much to Hilton Hotels and Resorts, Southside Lodge, shout out Southside Lodge, one of the best breakfasts in Whistler, Nestor's Market, where the locals shop, Gibbons Whistler, because if you like a beer, you've definitely been to a Gibbons pub in Whistler. They're everywhere. McCoos Whistler, the OG ski shop in Whistler. I used to work there. If you need goggles, go to McCoos. They have every pair of goggles in the world. Mountain Kids Outfitters, same as McCoos, but for kids. Get in there. Air House, if you want to learn how to do a backflip, Air House is the one. Get down to Squamish, get jumping. 122 West, owned by our own Adele Horn, member of the board. Interior design, if you need a new sofa, go check out Adele at 122 West. Dublin Gate Irish Pub. I know Jude's mum's works there, so shout out Jude's mum. I do love a Guinness, so you will probably find me in there later. Head Sportswear Sunbum, who make the nicest smelling sun cream I have ever smelt in the world. Beaver Wax, who make the nicest smelling ski wax I have ever smelled in the world. Thread, toasty supply for keeping my toes and fingers nice and warm on those cold days. Forecast Ski Magazine for keeping it absolutely true to the core and making sure print media still stays in skiing. We wouldn't be here today without print media, so thank you Forecast Ski Magazine for keeping it true to the sport. Toyo Tires for keeping my car nice and safe in the winter. Freestyle Canada for doing all of this. And Blackfish Clothing for making our excellent hoodies here at the Freestyle Whistler Club, which are available to buy.
Go get yours.
Go and get your Blackcomb Freestyle hoodie. They are sick. So yeah, thank you to all of those awesome event sponsors. We really, really appreciate it. Hey, Leaf, if you can hear me, if you want to just zoom out and just give the crowd at home just a sense of what's happening at our Gemini Center here while we wait for these next athletes to drop. So as you watch that screen here, as my friend Leaf slowly pans out, you'll see not only do we have this excellent Mogul course in wonderful condition thanks to all of our volunteers, but if you want to just move to the left, Leaf, if you can, if there's not too many people in the way, and show off our airbag facility that we also have. Yeah, there it is. Look at how big that jump is. So, if you are interested in getting involved in freestyle and are in the Sea to Sky area, please go to freestylewhistler.com. Check out the website, see what events are happening, try and get involved and learn how to backflip, and amongst many, many other things in the safe and correct way. We're waiting for a demo here. I'm waiting for someone to hit this bag until we move on. Any second now, I can feel it. Yeah, we're getting the okay. Here we go.
So again, we will be starting with this,
Not quite.
but we will be when we will eventually start. Starting with
Want to
this.
go back to the top of the course, please, Leaf?
Okay, try 3. We're gonna start with a small final first. So the winner of that duel will be earning the 3rd place, and then move up to the big final for each category. So we will have in the blue Victoria Uot, and in the red Miranda Helvoit. And they're on course. This is the final. Small final.
Winner of this will get that bronze medal position. Both athletes with the spread off the top air straight into those bumps. Great rhythm and control shown by both athletes here. Almost turn for turn, synchro skiing coming through that middle section. It is neck and neck. There is nothing separating these competitors. Blue losing it a little bit coming into the final air. Oh, and doesn't quite hold it together before that final jump. That is heartbreak for Blue, but a great finish to the run for Red there.
She was really
Let's
catching up to that.
Let's make sure
Red.
all of the audience here cheer on every competitor that comes through here for what valiant effort we are seeing. Great work. So we just go back and take a look at that top air. Great extension on both those spreads from the athletes there.
And the bronze medal goes to Miranda. Next up, we have Tatum in the red and Rafael in the blue for the gold medal. They're on course.
Riders on course. Gold medal matchup here, ladies and gentlemen. Double spread from both athletes on the top. Again, straight into those turns, both choosing the inside lane. They are as close as they could be to each other. Neck and neck, ski tip to ski tip, flying down, coming into the bottom air here. What have they got for us? A Daffy Daffy and a Twister spread. They are still neck and neck coming into these final bumps. It is too close to call.
Is gonna be so hard on the judges.
I have no idea who's taken that one. I do not want to be a judge right now.
Honestly, some great skiing. And for some of them, that's their 4th run. That's a lot of run in a day, a lot of waiting.
I want to give them both the gold medal, but unfortunately, that's not how it works.
And our winner is Tatum!
taking that gold medal home.
And coming in second, Rafael Forrest.
Great work, athletes. Wonderful skiing today.
And we're going to be moving to the M14. We're going to have Edouard Saint-André in the blue and Christopher Daigle in the red. On course.
360 mute and a backflip cross.
Some hard bumps there for red, but manages to keep it together.
Blue is absolutely trying as best as he can to catch up. They are almost neck and neck coming into the final air. Triple
Flying!
Daffy, laid out backflip coming into the end here. Who's going to take it? I think red is crossing that line first, but it is close, ladies and gentlemen. It is close.
And that's on giving it your all for the gold. Oh, no, not gold medal. Sorry, for the bronze medal.
Absolutely.
Both athletes from Quebec.
If we can go back to the top of the course.
And I think it's bib 19, Edouard Saint-André, coming in third place. We have in red, Bradley Kohler, in the blue, Owen on course.
Backflip mute and backflip truck from the athletes to that. Red sneaking into a bit of a lead off that top air, but blue is straining every muscle to catch up to him as we coming in here to the bottom air. Red with the lead. Oh, and blue.
Unfortunately, going a little bit too fast for blue.
Yeah, just again on the edge there, really trying to make sure they could catch up. And then red, I think, just pipping it there.
Yeah, what a good way to end that season. And it is Bradley Kohler from Le Relais that takes the win, our junior national champion. Moving on to the F16 category, we have in the red, Anna Bouligny, and in the blue, Audrey Penaroya.
As we join it back up at the top of the course, waiting for the next small final.
And Anna Audrey on course.
Here they come, ladies and gents. Big spreads from both athletes on the top air. Blue very quick to get into those turns. Red having a spot of bother, but it does not let them bother them. They are quickly back into it. Red absolutely flying down this middle section to catch up.
Yeah.
It is turn for turn, ladies and gentlemen, coming into this bottom air.
Oh, it's going to be close. Two.
Twist the spread. Oh, and it is getting tight as we get down to the bottom here. And I think it's going to be blue that just takes it. But we
Blue
will
did not lose that aggressiveness, catching back up with the red.
Absolutely not. That was great skiing there from the competitors. Again, we're just going to have to wait and see what the judges think on that. Again, just a nice look at that bottom air there as the competitors come into the finish.
And it is bib 31, Audrey, claiming the third place. Up top, we have big final in the red, Annika Cooper. In the blue, Quinn Ridgway.
Gold medal matchup, ladies and gentlemen.
And we are ready. They're on course. Gold medal.
Big spreads from both athletes on the top air there.
Showing some great turns, great absorption, aggressive. That is a final run.
Absolutely, both athletes on the edge of control, growing great skill and bravery.
Dude.
Both backflip crosses coming over the final jump, and they're coming into the final line, and Blue is going to cross first. But we are going to wait for the
And
judges'
she's
score on that one.
Giving head nudges.
Great gold medal matchup there.
Oh, yeah.
What an event that was. Take a second to catch my breath.
Oh, yeah. And it is blue course, Quinn Ridgway claiming the first place. And moving back up to the men, we have in the blue, Gregoire, in the red, Alexis on course.
Coming into the first jump here, ladies and gentlemen,
A back lay out.
and a backflip truck from Red.
Oh. And am I seeing it right? Yeah, those are two guys from Le Relais.
Skiing absolutely out of their minds in that middle section. The fastest I've probably seen it today. Both of them with backflips coming over the last jump, coming into the line. And I think Red is crossing that line first. Again, we have to wait for the judges' score for a result.
Quelle belle run de nos athlètes du relais. And did you see? It was a backflip.
Yeah. And a backflip truck there.
Yeah. And what did you say last run?
I can't remember.
You didn't say backflip.
Oopsie. Excuse me.
And it is Alexis Turgeon claiming in the third place. Up top, we have in the red, Quinn, and in the blue, Alexis Dufour.
Gold medal matchup. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cork 7 and a triple twister off the top. Going
Whoa!
massive, holding it together somehow and staying in between those lines and absolutely flying through the course here. Both competitors neck and neck. Bottom air, what do we got? Both
Really
backflip crosses, both
absorbing.
both of them flying through, and it's neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. What an event that was. What a spectacle.
Alex really absorbing that bottom air. Both guys staying really in the middle. Minimal traveling. That was
As
awesome.
we take a look at the triple twister and the Cork 7 from the top air there. Look at the blue line getting absolutely booked, but pulling it back in. Great strength there. Unbelievable skiing. from
And
both
technique.
competitors.
And our national champion is Quinn. Coming in second, Alexis Dufour.
Top of the course, please.
Next duel, we will have in the blue, Syria Nissen, and in the red, Charlie Huter.
On course. Oh, synchronized spreads again. Perfect timing. Both of them going into those turns at exactly the same time. Both of them choosing the inside line. They are as close to each other as they can get. Red is pulling into a slight lead, but Blue is doing everything they can to get them back into their grasp.
Blue having a clean ski.
Absolutely. That's very close here coming into the final jump. Red with a small lead, but it could all change here into the final bumps. Skiing out of their minds, both of them. It is very close, but I think Red might just have had it there. But we will wait and see what the judges say.
Again, it's not all about speed,
Absolutely not.
but it does help. And it is Charlie grabbing the bronze medal. Up top, we have Miyuki in the red, in the blue, Ella. Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Athletes on course coming into the top air. Spreads from both. Red has a bit of a lead, but struggles to get into those bumps. Blue does their best to catch up. However, Red is managing to maintain that lead. Both
Look
athletes
at those knees from Red.
Absolutely. Great skiing there from both competitors, absorbing every single one of those bumps. Red coming into the bottom air here.
Back
Nice
tuck.
backflip.
But
Back
she's
cross.
holding it together,
Just
Miyuki.
about close. Oh, and Blue struggling just about staying on their feet somehow and making it across the line. Great skiing there from both of the competitors again.
Just great skiing all around.
Absolutely. It has been a weekend full of excellent skiing from everyone involved. Well done.
And our gold medalist, Miyuki Alexon. And moving on to our next duel, we have in the blue, Callum Kunkel. In the red, Hudson Wands.
On course. Spread and twist to spread from both the athletes there. Blue having a bit of difficulty to get into that line, but they are quick to remedy that error and are back into it. Red, on the meantime, is absolutely destroying this course, making those turns, but Blue is doing everything they can within their power to catch back up. Getting into the final air here. Twister from both. Backflip cross from Blue. Beautiful stuff. Coming into the final turns here. Blue is making up the ground. I think Red just crosses first there, but we will see what the judges say. What a run.
Good thing we have those chrono now. Can you imagine if everything would be manual? I would not want to have that job.
Absolutely not.
And our bronze medalist, it's Hassan Wands. Up top for the big final in the red, Thomas Goulet Durale. In the blue, Xavier Labrie. And they're on course. Again with the
Twister
massive
spread from both
twister
of them.
spread.
Some unbelievable middle section skiing here.
Blue's trying to
Blue's
hold
pointing
on.
them downhill to try and catch up, but just gets too much speed coming into that bottom air. Red going massive back cross there.
What
across
a
the
legendary
line.
run for both of them.
Take another look at that bottom air for the red air there. As you can see, Blue, just a bit too much speed, is not able to make it into that jump, unfortunately. And Red sending it to the absolute moon with that backflip cross.
And that twister spread up top too. And we have our winner, gold medalist Thomas Goulet Durale. Second, Xavier Labrie. Good job, boys. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was our last bracket. I know, already over.
What an event we had here at the Gemini Freestyle Center on Blackcomb. I'm going to need to take at least 45 minutes to calm down and catch my breath after that.
Oh, definitely.
What a show these athletes put on for us here. That was absolutely amazing. If you want to just give me a view of the course there, Leaf, that would be great. That is absolutely perfect. Thank you. But
before everybody leaves, the athletes, can you please go back up and slip that course? That would be so much appreciated.
Yeah.
We still need to use that course. It is a beautiful course. We'll take care of it.
Leaf, just quickly, you can lock that camera off and you are free, my dude. Thank you so much again.
Well, Daniel, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course, Mia, you were an absolute delight. You kept me sane. You kept me honest. You taught me so much about Moguls. I really don't know what I would do without you here. So,
thank you so much.
thank you so much for doing that for us. We really,
And for
really
the stream,
appreciate it.
to those of you that are watching on YouTube, everything on that was made possible by Daniel, like from A to Z. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for that, Mia. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. So, from Friday at the aerial site, to yesterday with the single moguls, to today with the marquee dual moguls event, we want to say thank you to every single spectator, whether you were in person here live at the Gemini Center enjoying the sunshine today or watching it from the comfort of wherever you are. We want to say thank you for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. And again,
Absolutely.
the final thank yous. I've said it a lot, but it needs to be kept being said. Thank
You
you.
can never say it enough.
Never say it enough. Thank you to all of the athletes for their excellent skiing this weekend, their coaches for everything they do behind the scenes, all of the organizing committee for making sure this event actually happens, all of the judges for making sure that we can actually have a competition. Without them, we would not be here. There's just so many people to thank. Like we keep saying, it takes a village. There's a whole team of people here. You know, the competition has just finished and people are already pulling all that fence line down, making sure we are all good here. So, just quickly, one more time, a big thank you to our sponsors, Hilton Hotels and Resorts, Southside Lodge, Nestor's Market, Gibbons Whistler, McCoos Whistler, Mountain Kids Outfitters, Air House, 122 West, Dublin Gate Irish Pub, Head Sportswear, Sunbum, Beaver Wax, Thread, Toasty Supply, Forecast Ski Magazine, Toyo Tires, Freestyle Canada, and Blackfish.
This time around, you had a little bit more time to say all of those names.
I had some more time this time. And then, personally, from me here, I would like to say thank you all so much for joining us here. It's the first time we've been live streaming these events up here from the middle of Blackcomb Mountain, and I think it's gone all right. So thank you for putting up with us. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you at the next one. Take care, have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye.